All right, good morning, everybody. We are live. Finally, again. Um, let's take a look at what the economic data is for this week. I believe we only have, this morning we only have some real estate numbers in. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. is going to be the big one. That's Fed rate decision. And usually, for the most part, we know what the Fed rate decision is going to be as far as the decision. That's not going to be what is important. What will be important is what he says, either in the report or in in his press conference right after. So tomorrow from 2 p.m. until the next morning, there's just going to be a whole bunch of crazy reactions going on the market, and we'll have to see where things end up. It will be very interesting to see. And until then, today and tomorrow, until that moment, the volume on the market is likely to be quite light. Probably going to see a light day today on the market. You can see here, if you really zoom up to this, that we're getting, excuse me, heavy selling days over the last 2 or 3 weeks with all this, compared to lighter buying days. But the buying days have been there. They've been somewhat above average, and the Fed rate decision tomorrow is causing probably this little bit below average volume going on right now. But it's only below average according to the latest high selling volume levels that have been going on. It's actually above this average back here. So, there's still serious buying going on. Even at these lower than average levels, they're really not lower than average levels. So today we'll probably have a less directional day, more choppy, more hedge-like, people being careful, trimming this or that, positioning for a little bit of defense going into Wednesday at 2 p.m. That's probably what we can expect. All right, say hello if you're out there. I want to make sure that I have the right chat systems up and running there. And let's see what kind of things we've got moving this morning. In the pre-market, we're looking at SYRS, possibly. This could be yesterday's scan. Sometimes it's hard to know with Thinkorswim. No, okay, SYRS, Syros Pharmaceutical. Likely not a good day trading opportunity. These pharmaceutical companies can be really sketchy. What else we got here? SYRS. And then after that, you only have ADTX, it looks like. Oh, RGC also. ADTX, okay, and that's not even looking like a good opportunity. It was a split, probably because it's a split. So RGC, okay, that's been moving a lot the last few days. Wow. I mean, it ended at 18 yesterday, and this morning it's opening at 34. This is just biotech company just going crazy lately. And there's really not the possibility to latch on to a day trade on that, because it's already gone. It's extremely overbought rather, and you could blow off at any moment. Outside of that, we do have a couple of medium high gappers, but the market caps on those are not significant. Maybe CGC, that'd be Cannabis Growth Corporation or something. Yeah, Cannabis. I thought it was cannabis related. It might be Canopy Growth Corporation. I thought this was cannabis related. agricultural commodities and mining, including production, distribution, and sale of cannabis. Yeah, it is. Okay. So this morning that's up 26%, and that's not on earnings. That must be on some news. But it's in the penny stock area. And it lacks strength. Had a little bit of follow through, but it's lacking strength, conviction, I guess you could say. All right, VINC. No, this is too small of a market cap. At 7%, we have HMR up 7%. No, that's not looking so good. So that's about it. I mean, it just starts to get negligible from here. Like you got NEO up 5%. And yeah, that's gonna be a while before that's really in play again, NEO. The VIX is down to 21.5 and falling. That's good. If we can get below 20, then we're back into swing trading with a bit of confidence. I've already preemptively got into a few things. I went up to 50% allocation yesterday on the fact that the market's kind of putting in decent signs. But of course, we've got the Fed report tomorrow at 2 p.m. So, you got to be careful about getting in front of the train tracks right now when you don't know which way the train's going to be going. All right, and the dollar remains somewhat weak. The dollar looks like this. I mean, we still remain at strengthened levels, but we had a great weakening over the last 3 weeks, and we'll see if that's just an opportunity or if that's a sign of things getting worse. I believe the economic work that the administration is doing on the U.S. government clean out, if you will, and the tariffing and other global stage economic impacts of the United States dollar will cause the dollar to go up. It's just that when will that begin? We'll see. The dollar index is an index. It can't be. I mean, you can manipulate anything, but it's much less manipulatable because it's an index of economic situations between different countries, balanced wise around the world. So the dollar index gives you almost an instantaneous update of the current standing of the economy versus the stock market or the stock market indexes or companies. All of those can lead. They can lag as well, but for the most part, they lead. They can get 3 months, 6 months, even 9 months ahead of where things are going. So there's that disconnect from the correlation between dollar and growth and stock market company valuations. But if you want always in a more up-to-date instantaneous view of how the U.S. economy is doing or the strength of the dollar, I mean, there you just go to the dollar. The dollar is more up-to-date view of things, but that doesn't mean things won't improve, you see. So the stock market is smarter than the dollar. The dollar is a current status, a current state of things. That doesn't mean that in 6 months, 1 year, the stock market shouldn't be double. And if everyone knew that, the dollar might stay where it is, but the stock market would start to go up and up and up and up and up and up and up before the doubling point hits preemptively. It's called front running. All right. Well, we've got 3 minutes till the market opens, and it's going to be curious to see how the market moves today. I think the market's going to move rather. Um, what's the word? Carefully throughout the day. And like I said, the prediction is going to be for a chop and rebalancing into defensive. You're probably going to see some strength in, Colgate and Campbell's Soup and all your defensives. Not defense stocks, defensives. Yeah, choppy. Morning. Yep, we're going to have a choppy day today, I think, and tomorrow on light volume until the Fed releases their decision and then the ensuing 1 hour press conference. That's going to change everything. All right, so the market opens in 1 minute and 45 seconds, and we'll see what happens from there. I already looked at the day trading opportunities in the morning, and they're not too interesting. Okay, I'll take a look at Vink. But it's a $31 million company. I mean, but at least let's look at this giant spike. Okay, yeah, it's a huge lack of follow through. Does not look good. Maybe it could VCP, but I don't think we're interested. Let's just watch the state of the market this morning and see if any opportunities come up off the open as far as growth opportunities. But I think I'm at where the allocation I want to be at, unless we get an incredible follow through on the market today. I mean, stranger things have happened, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's going to likely happen maybe on tomorrow, the end of the day, and I will probably see the strongest follow through on Thursday, whether that's a sell off, keep going down, or a buying up of the market. All right, market opens in 10 seconds. And we are opening lower than yesterday's close, but we're still in range. We're in the chop zone. We're in the bottom here, a possible bottom in this region. All right, market pulling back a little bit off of the open. What did I do? I must have miscalculated the number of shares I could buy here on TBRG because this doesn't seem... Okay, well, that flow for another minute here and then to get out of that. Maybe I added an extra digit or something. Okay. But looking at the market, the dollar's holding strong, the growth market selling off, S&P 500 selling off a little bit, but it's holding a little bit better, and that's to be expected because it is comprised of a lot of defense stocks as well, defensive stocks as well. And we might see a bounce, and then a new high, and then resistance, and then back and forth. And we might see just general chop all day today. That is the likely scenario. So big. We're entering a quite a chop zone right here, so we probably will bounce a little. And yep, in fact, we're getting some bounce right now. 3 minutes into the market open. In the third minute. Now, looking at opportunities, we only have about 30% positive breadth. So that's not good at all. So we would want to stay away from entering anything today. But on the playing field, we have Spotify with some nice continuation. DraftKings looks like what? Nah, not too interested. Duolingo. That could be an entry on Duolingo. That's finally looking good. I think I'm going to grab some of that just to risk it. But I'm going to put my stop in a safe place. Let's see how it's shaping up on the day, because I could potentially put it at the low of the day. Yeah, that could work. 294. So $8 a risk. For me, just 27 shares. Taking it easy. I want to chase, so just buy at the market price. Boy, it gave me a pretty bad fill. Thanks a lot, but it looks like we're already on our way, so that's good. Okay. As far as risk reward, so 8. 22 is the normal range, $22, and we got 8. And divide 8 by that, not 4 rather, by that to get our RR. 11 to 1. So from our entry of 303, which is $88 of upside targeting from this 303. So we're basically talking about 390 from 303. So I'm going to put targets every $5 of gain. That's what I'm going to do. Oops, that's day order. Let's switch that out to good to cancel EXT. They're setting up nicely. It looks like we're about to get stopped out anyway. And that's the risks of getting in early like that. I'm okay with that, because there's 11 to 1. Which means I only need to be right 1 out of 10 times on that. Okay, so I've put in about half of my sell orders, but I'm just going to get ready to flatten out now because that looks like what's going to happen. That was Duolingo. Yes, that's what happened. And I need to stop out. However, just want to have the bid in the ask change around. Let go. Yeah, see, it's already bounced a little bit. But we are basically right at the stop here. Okay, the market is definitely not feeling it this morning. But this is well within chop range. Just like you said, Marcus. He can chop. Could do anything inside this range, and there would be nothing out of the ordinary about it. Stay here for a long time. That rarely ever happens, though, on the market indexes. The market does tend to kind of like make good on following through on its ideas. It rarely just stays in one spot. Very rarely. So if it's going to put in, it's either going to put in a bottom here, or it's going to sell off like holy hell, like panic crash selling, But that's not going to happen today. It's just that maybe that's in the cards. That could be in the cards for tomorrow when the Fed reports their numbers. Keep a good tap on your positions and do what needs to be done when and if something needs to be done. We're not getting a bounce on the market. I think I'm going to go ahead and flatten out of this Duolingo entry. There we go. That I got. I got a good exit on that, and take that risk off that new risk off the table. Just because the market just not doing its thing off of the open, which it could have. But that's a great example of how the picks on the day should not be really played with. Here's Expedia, very similar to Duolingo. All these are just like in good spots. Maybe not CDNS, but we got to wait until the Fed decision in order to act upon any of them, and even then they could fail out the next day. But there's just too much in the way of the runway of the trade right now with the Fed decision coming up. Well, all right. We've been trading for 11 minutes, and I know that no further opportunities are going to be coming. I do see that the dollar is strengthening. I believe you've got my outlook here for the rest of the day, and it's just not the kind of market this morning where we're going to be racing into things or opportunities. There's some really great names here. I'm just going to copy paste them to the group. It's good names, things to keep on the watch list for tomorrow, like Robinhood, Spotify, Team, Toss, DraftKings, PDD, Dash, JD, Roblox, HubSpot, Shopify, Snow, Tesla, App, MSTR, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, Palantir, Reddit, Williams Sonoma, I think, Docu, Intel, Expedia, CrowdStrike, Avgo, IBKR. I mean, these are just names. These are solid companies, and it's worth looking at them. So I'm going to post those to the group. Some solid names showing up this morning, but the market is not ready yet. Let's come back to some of these names after the Fed decision tomorrow at 2 p.m. All right, you guys have a good morning. And if anything changes, I'll let you know, but I don't think so. If any opportunities come up, I'll let you know, but I don't think so. All right, come into our group if you'd like to continue to chat. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye now.